Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your friend JP, and I hope that all of you guys are having a wonderful Monday. It is Monday, and today I actually did something unusual. I ended up taking a day off from work, something I don't do very much. I just took a personal vacation day. We call it PTO here in California, which just stands for personal time off. So anyways, what better thing to do on your day off than to go purchase a new watch at random, which is kind of what happened. So my wife and I both took a day off. It's just just to have a long 3-day weekend, to relax the mind, just for personal reasons. So anyway, so we're we went to go eat down in Little Italy in San Diego, and then we went to Coronado, and we're just driving around, and my wife goes, hey, remember that park that is near the San Diego Tijuana border? For any of you that live in San Diego, I think it's called Border State Park. It's literally the park that borders Tijuana. It's actually known for having a big fence that goes to the ocean. Anyways, it's a park that they made it into like a nice hiking trail, and then they also offer horse rides for like $100, whatever. So I forgot how much it was, but my wife wanted to go there and go on a horse ride. So we ended up arriving to that horse ranch. But unfortunately, we're treated with not the best customer service. We arrived and the girls seemed annoyed at us inquiring on renting a horse, which is what they do. But anyways, that's a whole different story. I won't get into it. So we took the back roads and we ended up in a mall called Las Americas Mall, which is a massive, outlets. Bunch of outlet stores near the San Diego Tijuana border. I hadn't been there in many years actually. So we just decided to go because my wife wanted to buy some new Nike blazers for the gym. So we ended up arriving to the outlets, and as we're walking around, I noticed a store called Watch Station International. So they had a bunch of brands, mainly entry-level brands like Michael Kors, Armani, those type of brands. So I kind of connected the dots and realized that it was a fossil store. So I noticed the only brand that caught my attention was Zodiac. So if you know anything about watches or dive watches or heritage watches, Zodiac, it's a beautiful watch that has a lot of history. It was a watch that kind of got forgotten in the watch world, but thankfully, out of all brands, right, the Fossil Group brought it back to life and has done a great job in this product. Although I think that they have failed in promoting it as good as it should for being such an amazing brand with an amazing story behind it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Zodiac, the Sea Wolf, in particular, it was one of the first dive watches, even before Rolex went mainstream. But I've been looking at this brand for a while. I wanted something sporty that I can wear when I leave the country without having to, without being afraid of having one of my Rolexes or other watches being stolen. I want something nice that has history, that I can actually wear and feel good about it. So I've been eyeing that watch for a while. I've been going online. Bloomingdale's has it locally, but a lot of these Sea Wolves Super Sea Wolf watches that I wanted were only available online. So I really wanted to try it on first. So they had one, right? I actually have a lot of them. So I'm walking to the little dealer, right, or the boutique, and I told the gentleman's name is Arturo, a very nice gentleman, great service. He knew right away that I was a watch guy because I knew what I wanted. So we had a great conversation. Ended up bringing out the watch. My wife just gave me the classic wife face, as in, you don't need another watch. You're not gonna wear it. It's gonna go in your collection in the safe. And I said, yeah, most likely, but nothing wrong with that, right? I wanted a a black watch in my collection. Now I gotta admit that in the beginning I thought it was a ceramic version, but it's not. It's actually the DLC plated version, which if you don't know what that means, if you look it up, DLC is a carbon-based coating that exhibits very similar properties as diamonds. So it makes the watch very durable, very resistant, pretty much bulletproof, right? So even though it's not ceramic, if you want a watch that's actually gonna last more than ceramic and you don't have to worry about breaking it if you drop it, then it's actually better. Anyways, that was on me. I was fighting my wife a little bit, not too much, but I didn't really focus to even look at it more deeply and realize that it should have been obvious, but whatever. I'm still gonna keep the watch. It's a great watch for what I bought it for. So that is kind of the backstory on how I came about this watch. I love these stories because they're kind of random. They're not planned. I didn't plan. I didn't wake up to go buy a new watch. It literally just happened. And it happened to be a watch that I really, really was looking into buying. So I was very stoked. That's America's Mall. Also has a Movado authorized dealer in case you want to buy a Movado. If you like those watches or you want to buy it as a gift for somebody you love, they do have that. Which I was very impressed because if you go to any mall, any of the malls locally, unless it's a high-end mall, you're gonna have high-end watches, but you're not gonna find many mid-range watches that are like in the actual store, standalone store, that is not like a Bloomingdale's or a Nordstrom's or a Macy's, right? And of course, those employees that work at Macy's and Nordstrom's or Bloomingdale's, they're all right, but they're not real watch enthusiasts like what's the case with Arturo today. But without further ado, I'm gonna do an unboxing on my new Zodiac Super Sea Wolf dive watch that I just purchased. So as always, I'm gonna show you the watch in different angles as a close-up, but most importantly, I'm gonna show you how it wears from different angles on myself, which is what I love to do, and then you be the judge if this was a good buy or not. And again, in a little bit, I'm gonna show you guys how much I paid for it, which was a killer deal, which was the main reason that I couldn't say no, and I bought it. So, all right, let's go ahead and try this baby on the wrist, and let's see how it fits. All right, guys, so as promised, let's go ahead and do the unboxing on this beautiful timepiece. As you can see, it comes with a regular cardboard box. Oops, I ripped it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. That box does not matter anyways. All right, so put that aside, and then here's the actual packaging. Again, I would say that this packaging is similar to that of some Tudors, so it's not bad at all. All right, we have another box. And this is actually your main box, I'm sorry. I think I said that earlier. So this is the actual box. Again, something, a box very similar to those of Tudor or Longines. Let me go back over here again. Here's your warranty information, your booklet. And all right, let's open this beautiful baby up and then show you guys this beautiful, beautiful timepiece. I am gonna turn off the light on my tripod so you can get less reflection. There you go. Much better. So this is the box, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually, again, it's very nice material. It's not cheap by no means, I'll tell you that, guys. It's a very nice box. So if you care about boxes, I would say Zodiac did a nice job for the price point, right? So let's go ahead and try it on the wrist and see how it looks. One of my favorite parts on this watch, which is the dial. It actually has a super slick and detailed dial, which has some texture on it. You guys see that? It's not just flat, it has some nice texture on it. Once again, it's got the word Sea Wolf in orange. You really have to see this watch in person to appreciate it. But the dial is very, very beautiful. I really like the dial on this watch. Cool. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and put it on the wrist. Before I put this baby on the wrist, I'm gonna show you guys how much this watch goes for, or the MSRP is. So, as you can see, this Super Sea Wolf has an MSRP of $1,395. So pretty much $1,400 for this baby. So for $1,400, you're getting a beautiful 40 millimeter, 44-hour power reserve with an in-house movement, the SDP1-11, that has a DLC plated carbon base coating, which is gonna make this watch extremely durable. And you're gonna be able to use it for diving, as a daily, whatever you do, you can use this watch. It has a beautiful dial. There's a shot that I wanted to get earlier that I couldn't get. Has a beautiful textured dial. Has a date window. Very comfortable straps. A beautiful case back with beautiful detail. Right away by the case back, you can tell this is the legitimate watch, guys. So for $1,400, this is a steal. Now this is where our friends at Watch Station come in. I got this baby for 50% off of that price, guys. That's right. I picked up this baby for about $600, $620 or so after taxes. So the watch is a steal at $1,400 for everything you get in it. Now at $600, it's a no-brainer, guys. So I couldn't say no. My wife couldn't stop me. And it's going to my collection, guys. It's a very beautiful watch. It's a watch that I can wear anytime without feeling worried that I'm gonna get robbed or anything like that. But it has a story and it has a very, very good history on it. So anyways, let's go ahead and put it on the wrist and see how it looks. Actually, guys, one more thing. Sorry, I keep saying before it goes on my wrist. I wanted to show you guys the lume on this. Since it is a dive watch, I think that showing the lume is important. So here it is. And I also want to note that this watch was just open from the box, so it wasn't hitting direct sunlight other than my regular home lighting. So it's actually pretty bright. So the lume is very, very nice. I am very impressed over the lume. Very nice and clear and bright. So, all right, guys. Now let's go ahead and put it on the wrist. Here you go, guys. This is the first wrist shot of this beautiful Super Sea Wolf Zodiac. And in case you're wondering, my wrist size is 7 inches. The strap is very comfortable. It's got the Zodiac logo, as you can see. It's got a beautiful buckle with the Zodiac logo, also DLC plated. I'm gonna go step a little bit back so you can see from far away. As you can see, I'm wearing some very casual shorts, a regular white tee. So as a daily casual watch, works perfect. Don't think that you can dress this one up. So this is not one of the watches that I believe you can dress up. However, with a regular casual sport coat or something, it'll work. But this watch, in my opinion, it really is a sport watch. Unlike my Submariner, my other watch that you can dress up or down, this one is, in my opinion, is just a sporty watch, right? So it was very comfortable. It's not heavy at all. I'm gonna do a farther shot, far away, guys. I don't know how much you can see from far away, but there you go. And now let's go ahead and do some bezel clicking action. It's pretty smooth. Obviously, for the price point, I'm not expecting anything crazy. However, compared to my Breitling Super Ocean, which is way more expensive than this one, it is very similar. The clicking action of the bezel is very similar to my Breitling. Now let's see if this one aligns, which is sometimes an issue with watches at this price point. It aligns perfectly, guys. No issues there. Once again, it's got a very nice, decent bezel action. I will give it a 7 out of 10. So, what do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think so far on this watch? Is it a keeper? I think so. I think it has everything you want to get in a sport watch. That has a name and heritage to it. Perfect watch, in my opinion, at this price point. I'm very happy with this purchase, and I really can't complain. So we're pretty much at the end of our video, guys. Let me know once again in the comments, what do you think about this Zodiac Super Sea Wolf? Is it a keeper or is it a hard pass? Once again, in my opinion, it's definitely a keeper. It was beautiful on the wrist, the black bezel with the black dial with the orange Super Sea Wolf letters are beautifully executed, in my opinion. Once again, has a super comfortable bracelet. It's a watch with a lot of heritage, a lot of history. A watch that for a lot of people may be a one watch collection depending on your affordability, right? So for me, I'm happy that I was able to bring this watch to my collection. It was something that I've been eyeing for a little bit. It really has all the check marks that you can ask for. And again, at $1,400, it's a steal, in my opinion, for what you get, right? But to be able to pick it up at Watch Station for $600, which is half price, it is truly remarkable. So I am very happy. There's a certain feeling you get when you woke up not planning something and then you ended up getting something, right? So I think it's pretty cool. It wasn't my plan. I swear to God, guys, I wasn't planning on buying a watch. If you follow my channel, you notice that I just bought my watch, a beautiful Omega Railmaster. I just purchased my daughter a nice watch. I'll maybe do a video on that later on. It's from a micro brand called Seagull. Very nice watch. And it's her first watch. I want to get her something, not that expensive that she can learn how to wear and get the feel for it, and then I'll get her something better. But for now, that'll do. That's a whole different story. Again, I'm very happy with this purchase, guys. I'm happy that you guys, stood with me for this whatever 10-minute video that I made. Once again, please like and subscribe and share this video. I do my best to make videos from watches that I own and that I bought, either myself or my family. Yes, I can go ahead and do reviews of movements and new watches that came out from Watches and Wonders, or make up stories on which watches I don't like or do like or whatever. Or maybe in the future I'll do something like that. But I try to do my best to make videos on the watches that I actually own. Again, me or my family. So that's why I own a lot of videos every week or so, because I try to make a watch of my collection in a different scenario, what I think of it, and obviously, of course, any new addition to my collection that I bought. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Peace.